I'm gonna put this Maybelline Superstay. I'm gonna put it on the under eye area to get rid of the dark circles. So that was Maybelline 360 Mocha, and I use that basically as a corrector. Okay, I'm gonna use some Fenty 440 concealer and mix that with Maybelline Superstay Stick in the shade 370 this time, which is slightly darker. This is Maybelline 360 Mocha. This is Fenty 440 concealer. It dries down to a slightly darker shade. And then this is Maybelline 370 deep bronze. Yeah, and so I mixed the 440 and the deep bronze together to spot conceal. And then to clean up under my brows, I'm gonna use those same shades, Fenty 440 concealer and Maybelline Superstay 360 Mocha. I like to use a shade under my brow that is more my skin tone. Depending on the look, sometimes I'll go brighter, but not too bright. I don't like to go too bright under the brows. Not when I'm doing like a everyday, I'm just running to the store to see if there's any more food left in the grocery store type of look. So the way I get my brow to look more natural, I use a brush like this instead of a super sharp brush. That way I don't get that super sharp line. I'm not trying to be snatched, I'm just trying to be cute, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally cute. Okay, now I'm gonna set some of my concealed areas with this powder concoction. I got some Fenty Nutmeg in here. I got some Fenty Honey in here. And then I also have some Too Faced translucent powder in the shade Deep. And it's kind of red. So I have like Fenty Nutmeg is neutral. I have some red powder and then some yellow powder. I feel like it's a good little mixture. To highlight, I'm going to use this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Dark 170N. And this one is a good shade for me. So, like always, I compare everything to NARS Amande. Side by side, they look pretty similar. The Colourpop one looks slightly lighter. NARS kind of has like a pinky tone to it, the Amande shade. I remember Jackie always calling it yellow, but it's not yellow to me. It's like kind of a pinky undertone. But anyways, I noticed about my skin tone, when it's summertime and my skin is a little bit darker, I do better with NARS. Like, it looks better to have a shade that's not yellowy against my dark skin, because my skin is darker, so you can't really see the yellow undertone popping out as much as you would be able to see it during the winter times and springtime and stuff, when I'm not in the sun as much, or when I'm back to my normal shade. So when I'm in my normal shade, Fenty looks freaking perfect. The 430, it looks great, it looks perfect. I can also wear 420 or mix them together. But I noticed that in the summertime, when I'm darker, it looks way too yellow. It don't look good. So I would go with NARS. So now I know that. And anyways, like I was saying, I compare everything to this just because I feel like as far as the brightness of it goes, I like the brightness of Amande. And I want everything to be in this area if I'm trying to go for a natural look. Now this, it looks very similar to NARS, but it's slightly more pinky and a little bit ashy. Like, it has a chance to be a little bit ashy also, and I noticed that, but I'm not afraid of it because I have Fenty Honey powder, which is yellow. So if I feel like I'm wearing a concealer that's a little too pink or might be a little ashy, I can put that Fenty yellow on it, bounce it out, bam, we good. But I like this concealer so far. I used it a couple times and I like it. And I really like the applicator too because it's so flexible and bendy. It's perfect. Look at that. It just blends out so well, and like, it's not too bright. I just like it. And it's not drying, so that's always great. MAC Studio Fix in W45. I'm taking like a flat kabuki brush and start building this up right up under there. And then I like to build it up between the highlight area and the contour. And then I also put some down the neck. I'm gonna set the highlighted areas with another concoction. This is Fenty Cashew, Fenty Honey, and Fenty Banana. In that order. It's mostly cashew with a mixture of honey added to it and a little bit of banana. For contour powder, I'm doing the Morphe Bronzer Showmance and the Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation in the shade Cacao. Dip into both of those, dab it off on my hand. And this is the contour. Lightly and gently. Fenty Mocha Mami 2 Bronze, Blush Bronze. Lion King Sculpting Palette. These two. Okay, I'm gonna put some of my Fenty bronzer in the crease with a small shark tooth brush. Just give me a nice little base to start with. I'm using the Sephora pencil in the shade 17 Molasses. It's a rouge gel lip liner and it's pretty dark. Then I'm going in with the Fenty Poutsicle in the shade Perpsicle. Oh, it smells so good. And it's really soft and creamy. I'm gonna put a little bit of Fenty Stunner Lip Paint in the center. Literally that was the tiniest amount and it spread. Is that too red? It is too red. How can I fix this? Let me put some of this purple gloss on.